All right, what the hell is up, Raider Nation? And for those of you that are pissed off, oh, you should always wear Raider gear if you're a Raider Nation for life. Well, look behind my big-ass head, motherfudgers. That stuff is still around me for life. I just made a video earlier today, and then when I uploaded it to the internet, there was breaking news about the Raiders. Apparently, the Raiders have signed quarterback Desmond RIDDER to save our season. SOS, SOS, woo! Oh, man. That means we're losing AOC for 4 or 5 weeks. They don't have faith at all in Gardner Minshew, but they're still probably going to have to play Gardner Minshew for 2 or 3 weeks. Or are they just going to throw Desmond RIDDER into the fire and see what happens? And is this a precursor of a fire sale? Maybe they should trade Jacoby Myers. Maybe they should trade, I'm not even going to say the word or the name because y'all are going to be pissed off and scared. But this is what's going on. And if you watch my post-game review video that I uploaded maybe about 4 or 5 hours ago, I literally predicted the Raiders need to go out in free agency and sign any effing quarterback they can. I mentioned Ryan Tannehill in that video. I didn't even remember Desmond RIDDER was available because he's that has-been. First-round pick, was he? I don't know. From Atlanta? Does he have upside? Was he available this entire free agency? Or was he cut at training camp or the first week of the season? I need to do my research and find out. But why isn't he on an NFL roster? I'm sure other teams had injuries at quarterback. Miami. They didn't sign Desmond RIDDER. They got a pretty good offensive coach. They didn't even sign Desmond RIDDER. So, you guys think the Raiders should be working the phones for Justin Fields to reunite with Luke Getsy? That shit won't happen. And we could have had Russell Wilson for like $1 million last year if he wanted to come to Vegas. We might have had to pay him $5 million to get him to come to Vegas. He's still getting like $30 million from the Broncos. What a way to fuck the Broncos and get a capable quarterback that can win us a few games. But no, let's go with Gardner Minshew. All right, I'm not here for could-haves, has-beens. I don't know what's happening. So for anybody that is excited about the news that the Raiders signed Desmond RIDDER, you need to have your head examined. This is for optics. This is to give us some sort of hope. They need to find a public story of signing, or they need to create some positivity every Monday from here on out. That's what's really happening. I mean, in the back of my mind, can he be the savior and win us a few games where we look better than we did with Gardner? Yeah, that might happen. And monkeys might fly out of my butt. We don't know the AOC news, but if he's got a broken thumb, that's 4 to 6 weeks. So that's typically, it would take a quarterback at least 2 weeks to get up to date on the playbook. So we're still probably going to have Gardner for 2 weeks, but his heart ain't in it. Are the Raiders just going to start Desmond RIDDER like Baker Mayfield with the Rams against us they did with 2 days of being on a team? What kind of controversy would that send toward Gardner Minshew and Antonio Pierce and everybody else as the coach? It means they don't like Gardner Minshew, Mikey. No, it's bigger than that. It means, and it would prove, they made the biggest mistake of their life not drafting a quarterback this year. not going after a veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco. It just shows the ineptitude of our entire team of making bad decisions on a consistent yearly basis. And you guys are looking at me, why are you so mad? We added a capable quarterback, Mikey Raider. I wish I was drunk right now so I would literally rant in your fucking faces. My last video got suppressed. It got demonetized, where I talk about the possible Antonio Pierce gambling issue after the Rams game. Again, it's speculation, I'm assuming, so I'm probably making an ass out of you and me. But still, it's an interesting story, and I wanted to talk about it. So for everybody that's going to hate on me, why the hell did you even mention it? Now the NFL is going to investigate Mikey Raider because you put it in a video. You and Wi-Fi Willie put it in a video. Look, motherfuckers, if my 3,000 subscribers have that much power to make the NFL investigate the Raiders, then I got a lot of fucking power. Okay? I mean, the NFL and the Raiders sued me many years ago. Well, the suing got started. We settled out of court. I didn't spend any money. They just told me I could no longer use the trademark or this or that. It's a long story. But I'm still using it. Well, no, I'm not. Not really. It's just in the background and stuff. Oh, you know what? That doesn't even have any trademarks. Maybe when I wear the hats. That's the only trademark infringement in a video, when I wear a hat and it has a logo. So NFL, the people that shoot me, I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I know y'all are watching me. I know y'all are watching me, trying to come after me, just like you come after Gruden and the Raiders. But hey, if you guys think I shouldn't have made that video expressing my speculations, my assumptions, without any proof, make it Raider, you're misinformation. You're misinformation, make it Raider. Guess what? I'm not the droid you're looking for. You're clickbait, make it Raider. Yes, I am, but I speak the truth, and I speak Raider facts. That was speculation and assumption. But I am the realest Raider motherfucking YouTuber that you'll know. I don't lie and make it positive all the time. I give you guys my true feelings. And then I add a little bit of clickbait titles, but it's not clickbait, because I talk about that subject in the video. Look up what clickbait is. It means you don't talk about it, but you use interesting words to get people to watch your videos. So I can make $2 a video. Mikey Raider is really, really affecting a lot of you, aren't I mean, Wi-Fi Willie does clickbait, but he's probably getting thousands and thousands of dollars a month. I'm making like $100 a month on this channel, $80, maybe $120 on a good month. So you guys need to donate, subscribe, and hook me up. All right, that being said, this Desmond Ridder news is, look, it's good to hear the Raiders are trying to do something to bring on capable players. But I've got to be honest with you. Does this prove they're trying to win? Some people might say they are. But there's a lot of other free agents on the defensive side of the ball, the offensive line side of the ball that we could have picked up to be more competitive. And they're not doing that. When their foot is pushed to the fire, then they're bringing in a quarterback because they have to. And it's a quarterback that's not going to cost them any extra money. If they signed Ryan Tannehill, it might have been for $2 or $3 million. But Desmond Ridder basically is still on a rookie contract for whatever round he was picked. So we're going to get him on the whatever a bare minimum might be for that type of situation. Because he was released from a team who was taking on the cap space from releasing him. So we're probably going to get him on a rookie minimum or whatever the minimums might be. I don't know the lay of the land, but we're getting him cheaper than any other quarterback we could have signed that's an actual veteran or a decent quarterback. So that proves they are trying to save money. They're trying to show us that they're trying to win by any means necessary. This is all good for optics. Again, he may change the outlook of the season. He may. He may look decent. He's getting his second shot. He may have some pride. You know, he might win a couple of games if he plays. Great. But then again, what's happening in real life with injuries and everything else, it's actually giving the Raiders excuses to tank. Do you understand what I'm saying? When they talk about penalties and turnovers and then injuries, oh, we got injuries here, we got injuries there. We brought on a quarterback, we brought on a wide receiver. We're doing everything we can to win. It's not our fault, it's the penalties and turnovers. It's the injuries. It's the quarterback play. You know, the people we brought in are not getting it done. We're actually giving the Raiders reasons to tank, but not publicly. You understand what I'm saying? But I just started thinking that the third string quarterback, I forget the guy's name, Chase. I forgot who our third quarterback was, man. It was a young guy, maybe with the letter C. I should have looked it up. I'm sorry. I'm doing an impromptu video. But they kept him during training camp. They brought on, who was it, Nathan Peterman or somebody else that was with the Raiders in preseason, and they let them go. They kept this Chase guy or this third string quarterback. And now that, you know, Aiden O'Connell's probably gone for a few weeks, if not the season, they go out and get Desmond Ridder. Will Desmond Ridder be the third string quarterback? Will he be the second string quarterback? Will that third stringer that we had be upgraded to the second string quarterback? Will Desmond Ridder basically be the practice squad quarterback? Some shit needs answers to in the next 2 weeks. But Antonio Pierce and the Raiders have all the excuses in the world. And are they going to call it a quarterback competition this week in practice between Desmond Ridder and Gardner Minshew and the other guy? This season just keeps getting better. All right, everybody. I don't have anything else to say. It just shows they don't have belief in any of their quarterbacks. And I don't know why they had belief in any of their quarterbacks to start the season with. Yeah, AOC had at least the promise of being a Raider that they can work with. But Antonio Pierce, when he named Gardner Minshew the starter over AOC, he said publicly, we're going with Gardner. We know, no, this is what, I think this is what he said. He said, we know what we have in Aiden O'Connell. Aiden is Aiden. But all the Raider fans, Aiden O'Connell's better. He has more upside. How much upside does he have now? Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to take a look back at all this truth. They didn't want Aiden to begin with. They shouldn't have wanted Gardner. A lot of you did say that, but a lot of you wanted Aiden over Gardner. You may have been right. Looking back, I can agree with you there. But the truth be told, a year ago, when Antonio Pierce is saying stupid shit to other teams publicly, don't worry about our quarterback. Don't worry about our quarterback. Worry about your quarterback. Our quarterback. Don't worry about our quarterback. Worry about your quarterback. Our quarterback, fine. Yeah. Luke Getchie, if you thought Gardner Minshew was the savior, that just proves how clueless you are as an offensive coordinator. Whoever made that final decision needs to have their head examined. You motherfuckers could have got Joe Flacco for a bridge season for probably $7 million, $8 million, because he's getting $4 million with the Indianapolis Colts. You think he wouldn't sign for the Raiders for 7 or 8 million, and that's 5 or 6, 7 million cheaper than Gardner, then you would still have AOC with upside. And Joe Flacco would come to the Raiders and play for us. Why? Because he's getting like $4 or $5 more million and no taxes in Vegas. Viva las no taxes. Your decision making is suspect. Y'all are proving yourselves incompetent. Don't know how to run a fucking team. And now you're selling the team to Tom Brady and Patriot Rats. I don't want to say this just yet. I'll be back next week. But at this exact fucking moment, I'm ashamed to be a Raider fan. I'll be back next week. I keep trying to get out, but they pulled me back in. It's that Raider blood. This shit hurts. Let me know down below if you think Desmond Ridder is going to save our team, if you have hope in the kid, and if you think we're going to win more than 2 games moving forward. I don't think so.